Hi, I'm Jason Debly, and tonight's whiskey review is an Irish whiskey, Redbreast, 12-year-old single pot still. Got it right here. Comes in a box. Well, a lot of whiskeys come in a box. The whiskeys that don't come in a box generally are not very good. Well, I shouldn't say that, but sometimes they're not very good. Redbreast, 12-year-old, single pot still Irish whiskey. And you're probably thinking, what is single pot still? It's a traditional method of making Irish whiskey that involves malted and unmalted barley in the mash. And then it is triple distilled. A lot of Irish whiskey is triple distilled, and that makes for a smoother taste because each time you run it through the still, you're getting not the master blender, but the operator of the still is going to cut out the foreshot and the end of the run to get the middle part, or the middle cut, which is the best part of the whiskey. So triple distilled tells you it's going to be pretty smooth and approachable. No exception here. Getting back to single pot still, the traditional style, like I said, was a mash bill of malted and unmalted barley, triple distilled in a single pot copper still in Ireland. And the distillery that produces Redbreast is Middleton. Middleton is an old distillery, and they produce a lot of whiskeys, notably Jameson, Powers, and under contract I think they do Greenspot. I really like Greenspot. 40% alcohol by volume. E150A, some artificial color, is there. At 40%, this whiskey, don't add water. It's just going to over-dilute it. Because it's a single pot still, I find the body of Irish whiskey, when that is the case, will be a little more oily and quite pleasant. On the nose, soft sherry. It's sweet. It's pleasant, nothing offensive on the nose. Vanilla, a hint of lavender, very good. And I should say that Redbreast 12 is widely available and at a reasonable price point. Okay. The body is oily, distinctively oily, which comes from the single pot still style of whiskey that this is, made in a traditional copper pot still. It's 12 years it's aged, mostly in Oloroso Sherry Casks. I taste white cake bread, vanilla, lemon zest, honey crisp apples. There's a sweetness, waffles and syrup. Definitely white cake bread and some honey. The finish, you're left with a minty, oily note that I enjoy. It's definitely very distinctively Irish. You don't get that finish in Scotch whiskey. And then that's chased by some lavender, dry oak, and a herbaceous note. It's a golden honey palate with a lemony and then a summer savory finish. It's kind of minty, as I said, and it's very good. Don't need to add water, 40% alcohol by volume. Greenspot is a bit more expensive, would probably be better, but Redbreast 12 is an excellent Irish whiskey. Highly recommended, and I hope you try it sometime. Cheers. Thanks for tuning in. Very